So, which transition is going worst right now? Digital is clearly racing ahead, green is stalling, housing is stuck, the war economy is exploding, and globalization, well, it's being rewritten in real time. How do I know this? I collected the data, I created the AWTY index, and we'll talk about it in this episode. We'll unpack what these shifts, these transitions mean for your research, your innovation projects, your ability to actually win funding in a world where transitions don't move at the same speed. They don't all move at the same speed. To explore this and a lot more, I sat down with Christina Simu. She's a project manager at the Smart Agro Hub in Athens. And she reminded me that digital transition in agriculture can actually increase farmers' income at the same time as protecting the environment and actually reducing workload with smarter tools. But she also warned the problem is that at least the problem she finds in Greece, the average age of a Greek farmer is 60. I don't know why that's a problem. I'm just joking. Young farmers are open, but older ones clearly hesitate. They want results immediately, which isn't exactly how innovation works. That's in Greece. I'll be happy to see what happens in other countries. But that tension between speed, investment, and results isn't just about farming. It's about Europe's transitions as a whole. So Christina also gave a clear message to newcomers. Be persistent, be patient. You don't get approvals the first time. Take the feedback, the network, and build the right consortium. That will make a stronger project next time. That's her message. And because this podcast is about transformation, we'll also look at the live funding opportunity, the EDF call. It's a case study on how the war economy transition is shaping EU research and innovation priorities. We'll cover what it funds, who can apply, and most importantly, how it fits into the bigger picture of Europe's accelerating defense innovation. So by the end of this episode, you'll know which transitions open doors for your projects, which ones could trap you, and how to position yourself in a funding landscape that's clearly shifting under our feet. So stay with me and don't forget to subscribe to Polisdoxa, the Transitions Letter, where you'll find the full data and all the analysis behind today's discussion. You'll find the links in the notes. Hope you enjoy the episode. So here's this week's question. Which transition is going worst right now? Let's start with the digital transition. So according to the 2024 AWTY index, digital is the fastest moving transition, the fastest vector. Internet access has exploded everywhere. Over 65% of the global population is online today. Over 65% of all the 8 billion. In countries like South Korea, Singapore, Northern Europe, they're near the frontier. They're blending digital trade and innovation systems. So for researchers and innovators, this means funding will keep flowing into digital, into AI, cybersecurity, digital sovereignty. But of course, there are risks, and digital divides are widening. So if your project doesn't address inclusion, it may struggle to convince evaluators. Then contrast that with the green transition. The AWTY Green Index shows global progress from 4.2 in 1990 to 6.5 in 24. It's a big progress, but it's not enough for Paris goals. Leaders like Denmark and Costa Rica prove you can combine growth and deep decarbonization, but too many economies are still fossil dependent. And for research projects, this means proposals will face tougher climate scrutiny. scrutiny. Reviewers will keep asking, does your solution really cut emissions and resource depletion? If not, you must really think about this. Now, the housing crisis transition. This is where progress is stuck. Urbanization, affordability, homelessness, these issues remain unresolved almost everywhere. Even high performers like Germany or Canada score rather low here. So, for research and innovation, that's both a challenge and an opportunity. There is a clear need for solutions in building productivity, increasing productivity in this industry, sustainable housing, smart cities, affordability models. These are things that are urgent and there's a clear need here. Now, let's look at the war economy transition. The 2024 AWTY index shows is the sharpest acceleration. Global readiness rose from 3.1 to 4.7. Top improvers: Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, after 2014 and especially after 2022, they realized they're in danger, so defense mobilization has really increased. And innovation is the differentiator here, or can be. So investing in dual use research and development scores 3 points higher here. So, and I'm thinking about research projects. This means a surge of opportunities in IDF calls, in dual-use technologies, and security innovation in general. It also means resources that are being pulled away from green and social transitions. Finally, the transition to a new globalization, with all the taxes and the trade agreements and all of this, the tariffs, globalization is no longer about efficiency, it's about resilience and trust. So the 2024 AWTY New Globalization Index shows the EU is still ahead of the US and BRICS, but it's been losing ground since 2022. Trade is becoming more regional. Digital exports now matter more than ever, and cultural connectivity is actually becoming a form of soft power. So for researchers, this means proposals highlighting resilient supply chains, digital trade, and trusted partnerships will have more impact. So, what do we see across all 5 transitions? Well, digital race is ahead, green struggles, housing is stalled, the war economy surges, and globalization zigzags. And each of these has direct consequences for your projects. Digital means the funding is still flowing strongly towards this area, but inclusion may be the key. In green, this means that there will be tougher scrutiny. Real impact is more and more required. Housing shows big gaps with huge space open for innovation. The war economy opens up dual use boom, actually, in spite of all the trade-offs that the investment in this area mean. And globalization shows that resilience now comes first, so trust over cost. Well, that's the big picture. And in the newsletter, in my newsletter, Polis Doxa, the transitions letter, I'll go deeper into the data, who's winning, who's falling behind, and how these transitions will shape the next wave of research and innovation funding. So don't miss it. Subscribe to the newsletter. It's free. So you have the QR code on screen. Please share, like, comment, everything, and see you soon. So welcome back to InnovEU, the EU Project Chronicles. We have with us Christina Simuk. Welcome, Christina. How are you today?
Thanks so much for having me here. I'm doing great. And how are you doing?
I'm fine. So where are you talking to us? Where are you now?
So currently I'm in Athens, Greece. I'm Greek and I work in a Greek company. So that's why today I'm here. There's no travel plan. So office for today.
Mhm. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So you said you're Greek, you work in a Greek company. How did you get started?
So, a few things about me is that I have an academic background in political sciences and in criminal law and addictions. And 3 years ago, back in 2022, I started working in the EU projects. I got into this exciting and challenging at the same time, sometimes world. So I started working as a project manager and proposal writer back in 2022, as I have already mentioned. At the moment, it was an NGO which was working and focusing on human rights, social change, youth development, so more youth oriented. And almost 2 years ago, I moved to another company, my current company, which is called Smart Agro Hub, and it is located in Athens, Greece, which runs as a spin-off company of the Agricultural University of Athens and also as a competence center in the agri-food sector. A few things about the company as well is that we provide several services. Of course, we provide agricultural experimentation services as we have a great high-tech experimental unit close to Athens in Alertos, 1 hour away. We also provide sustainability assessment services through the life cycle assessment methodology. We also have a software which is called Agros, and it connects farmers with consultants and agronomists so they can improve their units and make them more digital, relevant to precision agriculture. And we have the Smart Agro Lab, which is an incubator for startup companies. They started almost 2 years ago, and it's going pretty well, but of course we have the research and development department, which currently is my department, the one that I work. Now we have 23 funded projects. We have projects funded by the Erasmus Plus program, which is my main occupation. I will develop later if I get the opportunity.
Sure.
And we also have projects funded by the Horizon Europe program, by the Digital Europe program, and we are expanding in different programs and tenders as well. So that is all about myself.
Mhm. So your company is a spin-off of the university, the Athens University.
The Agricultural University of Athens.
Okay.
Yes, that's
And
correct.
the purpose of this company, this spin-off, you want to improve agriculture. Is that
Oh,
correct?
yes, we actually aim to play a key role in the transition of the Greek agriculture to this new digital era, to precision agriculture, which is part of the digital transition. Yeah, this is the main goal, and our services support our main goal.
I would love to hear a little bit about more about that. How digital can agriculture get? You see
Uh,
what I mean? What can the
yes.
digital transition do for agriculture?
It can actually have many advantages and pros for the sector, for farmers, for professionals all over, as they can increase the incomes. Environment can also get an advantage as less environmental problems will be there. Also, the farmers will be required to work less and in more qualitative way because they will have all these supportive mechanism to know what to do, what, where, when. So agriculture can get a lot digital. We are in this era. In Greece, we are not that, let's say that we're not in that great level yet, but we are working towards it and we can already notice some differences.
Mm. Can you somehow tell us where in Europe is technology more advanced in agriculture? Do you have that idea?
Yes, I would say Netherlands, I would say Germany, Denmark. These are the first countries that cross my mind. Belgium as well.
Mhm.
They also apply precision agricultural methods. So yes, these are the first countries that cross my mind.
So can you somehow say that the purpose is to have agriculture produce more? food with less resources, less way. I don't know. What is the goal?
Well, the thing is that, of course, you do need resources to get all the equipment, to conduct experiments that need to be conducted, to get trained also, because the farmers need to get trained. And first of all, specifically in Greece, the farmers should realize what are the advantages of the digital agriculture and how they can help themselves, how they can improve their lives, um, their crops, and also increase their income. So it does require resources at first, and it is considered to be an investment, but of course it is an investment that can lead somewhere which is going to be which it will have a positive impact in
Mhm.
different directions, to human beings, to society, to environment, to the sector, to the industry. So
Sure.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. What is your experience? How open are farmers to these new ideas to get digital?
So just to make a clarification, as I already mentioned, myself, I'm not an agronomist, so my knowledge, of course, is limited. But thanks to my work in EU projects, which at Smart Agro Hub, of course, are all around agri-food, but in different parts, but it's always agri-food. I had the opportunities to conduct interviews for many projects with farmers, with livestock farmers even, and I have noticed that younger farmers might be more open to it.
Mhm.
Maybe they're 30, 35, up to 40. That also depends on the region they are, because we can also notice differences in Greece.
Sure.
So maybe in the south, sometimes things could be easier. This is something that I noticed from a specific project. But what is the problem? The problem is that the average age of a Greek farmer is 60 years old. So there is no so much space. But okay, yes, there are young farmers who are more open. The elders are not open about it. They need to see that it works. They need
Mhm.
to know in advance that they will have the result then, and they also want to see it immediately, which is not feasible because you have to invest and then you harvest afterwards.
Yeah, they should get used to that. They should know that they have to
Yes.
plant the seeds first before they get the crop.
Exactly, but it is demanding and challenging.
Mhm.
But still,
Uh,
there are some things going better slowly. But yes, we can
You
see some.
mentioned one specific project that got you in touch with the farmers. Can you tell us a little bit what was the result of that project? Is it over? Is it closed, that project?
No, it is not over yet, but it will close very soon, like in late November. So it is called Prover, and this project is coordinated by Smart Agri Hub, and specifically, I am responsible for the overall coordination. I don't know if you're aware of the Erasmus Plus program.
Oh, yes, pretty
Sure.
much.
So it is a capacity building program in the vet sector, and the region which addresses is the Western Balkans. And during the desk and field research, specifically by conducting interviews and also sending questionnaires to Greek farmers, this is what the results showed, that young farmers were way more open, and we also tried to address their needs, to understand their needs, because we also developed educational materials for them to get more knowledge on precision agriculture, of course, for Greek farmers, but also for farmers that comes from the participating organizations, which are from Croatia, Albania, Montenegro, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we also conducted an in-person training, which was
Mhm.
very interesting, I would say. And they had the opportunity to get in touch with precision agriculture and with vertical farming specifically. And that was a good point. That was a point that was proved to be very important, because they really realized what you can have with vertical farming, for example.
Mhm.
But So far, these are the results, and I think now that the project is closing in 2 months, it will be
So you
more.
have to write the final report. When you write the final report, what would you say that the Erasmus agency were the results of the project? These ideas you just mentioned that younger farmers are more open to the digital transition. Would you have something to say about the needs of the farmers? What will you write?
Actually, they lack education.
Hmm.
That's what the farmers need. It was pretty clear that they lack education and they really need to get in touch with hands-on education, just not something theoretical. You go, you listen to it, the workshop, it's no, no, no. They do not really care about it. They want practical education, hands-on experience to see how it works, how they can get attached to it, how they can maybe adjust it, and just trying considering this.
I think that will be a good report on that project.
I think it will be pretty important.
What
And
other projects are you running nowadays?
so nowadays there is also another interesting project which is about livestock farming. Again, yes, livestock farming, precision livestock farming across
Hmm.
different countries. It is as funded it well, it is a cover project. And this was very interesting because I had to conduct interviews and it was the livestock sector, but still we could see the same approach. Older livestock farmers were very hesitant,
Hmm.
while younger farmers have already started adjusting more precision and more digital techniques. So this is another project that is currently run by the University of Leuven, and we, Smart Agro Hub, participate as a partner.
Hmm.
And also we have some other projects. Another one, well, we mainly have now Key Action 220, mainly in the vet sector. The one is called the Farm Forward Project. All of the projects have websites and you can find very easily. And also we are active in.
If you let me interrupt you, if you don't mind, I would love to publish your contacts and the websites of the projects in the podcast notes.
Of course,
It would
maybe I
be
could,
interesting.
after we finish, I could send
Sure,
you
please do.
logos, content, websites of the projects, and which is again relevant with resilient farming, climate resilient farming. And it's always that interesting part that we need to get in touch and learn insights and gain knowledge by getting in touch and connecting with farmers. So this is another project. And then there is another project in the higher education sector, which is about the deep tech life sciences,
Okay.
which is very interesting and very challenging at the same time. So we are currently developing curricula for universities and companies in this sector, which is very modern and up to date. Yes, this is another project. Then we have a small scale Erasmus Plus project, which is relevant to fighting obesity and to start thinking in another way for our diet and how it really affects us. But as a whole, how it affects us, our mood, our body, our mind, everything. But it is a small scale, and we mainly have learning and teaching training activities. Uh, Two projects have also been completed, and again, one project was relevant to precision agriculture, of course, and the other one, which was called Green Wise, was relevant to the empowerment of youth to become entrepreneurs
Mm.
in microgreens specifically. So we developed a very interesting guide. We had workshops to empower them, to engage them, and to make them consider developing a relevant idea. And recently, three more projects, Erasmus Plus, were approved. I'm only referring to Erasmus Plus because this is my main occupation at the
Sure.
company. Although I have been involved in different programs here, these are the ones. And they are another one is capacity building vet, which is coordinated again by Smart Agro Hub. And the other two projects. They are relevant. One is relevant to the sustainable hazardous waste management, which is very crucial nowadays.
Yeah.
And it is called Sustain Safe. It is expected to start in 1st of October. And it is coordinated by an organization in Romania. And then in 1st of November, Urban Roots will start and will be coordinated by a Portuguese organization. It is a youth-oriented project, and it aims to empower youth with skills and knowledge to get in touch with the sector.
Hmm.
So that is all.
So
Not
that's
really.
not that's not short. You're busy,
It's
quite
not.
quite busy. So
Yes.
apart from doing these projects in the future, what other ideas do you have for the future? How will you change the world in the future?
Okay. So while working here at Smart Agri Hub, I got the opportunity to get in touch with the agri-food sector and also gain very interesting knowledge and experience and skills that I would never have thought of. But having a social background, I would love to also at some point in my life move to more social projects, and I would love to be involved in the policy impact and in strategy design aspect independently or while still having EU projects. This is not very clear to me, but I'm still quite early in my career. It's been only 3 years, so I'm still trying to figure it out.
Sure. From this intense experience you've had with these projects in the past years, we're going towards a new framework period because this ends in 2027.
Yes.
There will be a new package that is being designed. Would you have any recommendations? Would you like to see anything changed in this new period?
I would like to see something being changed. Although, even with this program, the bureaucracy was decreased, I would even love to see less bureaucracy because I noticed that, okay, all these admin parts take too much energy away. And maybe it's not then the same energy for the content and less time, limited time when you do it yourself. Okay, when there are other people doing it for you, I think it's better, but also during implementation, I
Mm.
think it's easier. Okay, lump sum already helps, but there are a lot of things which are not clarified yet. So I would love less bureaucracy and maybe more opportunities for creating synergy between different programs. Because I have the impression that if we could develop more synergies between different programs, we could have a stronger impact in different sector and also developing stronger results. So
I love
this
that idea. Yeah, I love that idea because my impression about Erasmus. You were asking if I know Erasmus Plus. I've been doing some projects, Erasmus Plus projects, and the impression I get is that all over Europe there are hundreds of projects being developed, and sometimes they almost repeat themselves when they could cooperate and probably create a greater impact. But that would require some way to get to help project management get in touch, know about each other.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also
so
sometimes, sorry for interrupting, please.
no, go on, go on.
I was thinking that, there is some kind of discrimination, let's say, because someone that maybe works with SURF program or with Horizon Europe would not be very open to create synergies with Erasmus Plus project. So I don't know, maybe the approach and could also change. Okay, when it is very research oriented and technical, I understand that it cannot happen, but okay, we could examine that. So these are my two wishes, let's
Yeah,
say.
I love those ideas. I hope Commission gets gets those ideas and implements
It's
them.
pretty close, actually. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's right. So, do you have any final message? I don't know, for people who are starting newcomers, do you have any final message to close the interview?
Well, yes, I would like that. Of course, let me clarify that I do not consider myself a veteran or something. So, but for someone that starts, and I really had this need to listen it, is that being persistent and patient is very helpful because, okay, not getting approvals from the first time, of course, that's very normal and that's very okay to happen. It is important to take the feedback, try again, and resubmit. And the other one is that the other thing that I would advise is the networking, the importance of networking. Because a good consortium may lead to an approval and, well, a good and a bad, it's not the best term, but let's say a more suitable consortium and people that know how to work maybe when you start better than you, because of course they know better than you. It's important, and a good network can lead to an approval, and a good consortium can make a project very strong and sustainable, while not the very collaborative one is not the best option, may lead to several problems. So invest in networking and try to see who of them fit, who do not work, but that takes time as well. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, that is exactly my, my final question. Has your experience been with your network? How did you grow it? What has your experience been?
Well, by participating in networking events, this is something that can help. And then as I started working more independently, let's say here, I also started thinking of ideas, and then I started sending emails, and also communicating my work helped me a lot. So people also started contacting me, which was very important. And then by sending emails and contacting myself, potential organizations, that was a way to develop the network.
Hmm.
Um, just that way, networking events and incentives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christina, for this interview.
Thank you
Christina
so much.
Simu, her contacts will be in the podcast notes and the links to the projects you'll be mentioning. So anyone who wants to develop their network with Christina, you'll find her contacts in the notes. Thank you very much, and
Perfect.
see you
Thank you so
soon.
much. Thank you, Sue.
This isn't just another EU call, it's a chance to shape the future of European defense and to secure funding for projects that can transform your organization. Let's break down EDF 2025 Dayside Ground Dam. This call comes under the European Defense Fund, EDF, 2025 Work Program. The topic, Ground-Based Deployable Advanced Modular Mobility, DAM Solutions. The goal is to develop next-generation ground systems, modular, flexible, interoperable, capable of supporting defense operations across diverse terrains and missions. Expected outcomes: increased mobility for European forces, reduced logistical burden through modularity and adaptability, stronger European industrial base with innovative defense SMEs and research actors. To apply, you need a consortium of at least 3 entities from 3 different EU member states or Norway. Eligible applicants include industry, large defense contractors, but also SMEs and mid-caps. Research and technology organizations, RTOs, universities and research centers. Partnership diversity is key. Evaluators want strong cross-border, cross-sector teams. Note, non-EU entities are restricted, and sensitive information handling requirements apply. The total indicative budget for this topic is around 60 million euros. Proposals can request substantial budgets, typically 10 euros, 20 million, depending on the scope and ambition. Funding rate, up to 100% for research activities. Development may require co-funding from industry. The call is open now. The proposal submission deadline is the 19th of February 2026 at 17 o'clock Brussels time. Do not wait until the last minute. EDF calls are competitive, and consortia need time to align technical, legal, and financial aspects. If you're in the defense mobility sector or adjacent fields like robotics, modular systems, energy-efficient logistics, this is a chance to position your innovation at the heart of Europe's defense transformation. Winning here means multi-year funding, stronger market positioning, and direct contribution to European security and sovereignty. For all details, visit the EU Funding and Tenders portal. And remember, success comes from strategy, not speed. Build the right consortium, Align with the call's vision and turn this opportunity into funded reality.
Credits, author and host Fernando C. Gaspar, music Hugo Gaspar, Lisbon, Portugal, 2024. Reach us by email or DM.